Sup y'all, Winnie here, and today we're going to be checking out the Flesh Gauntlet. I cannot imagine that being anything other than horrifying, but I'm sure they'll find a way. It's safe. SCP-1415 is to be placed in a 35 by 35 by 35 centimeter metal wall safe, to be guarded at all times by no less than 2 personnel. Access is via a simple iron hinged door, locked with a simple keypad opening mechanism. Approval of 1 level 3 personnel or of Dr. Turgis is required for removal, in which case Dr. Turgis is to retrieve the object while keeping the password secret. Description: SCP-1415 is a fingerless leather gauntlet designed for use with the left hand. The object has a tendency to expand and contract slightly, giving it the appearance that it is breathing. It has been transported to Research Site 6 without incident, where Dr. Turgis has received permission to experiment with it. I imagine it probably is breathing since it's called the Flesh Gauntlet. The object's anomalous properties come into effect when the wearer grasps any object in such a way that the palm of the gauntlet rests upon it. It then begins a process that takes place over 1 to 3 seconds. The target is converted into a living organism composed of various human tissues, while destroying the tissue in the wearer's body roughly equivalent to 1/500th the mass of the converted object. If the wearer dies while wearing the gauntlet, it may still be used until the carcass is totally destroyed. However, when attempting to convert an object with a dead body as the wearer, the converted object will also be dead. Note: as of Test 6, it has been proven that the gauntlet can fit non-human hands. You know, when I saw it was called the Flesh Gauntlet and they said it was made out of leather and it looks like it breathes, I thought that was going to be the extent of why it's called the Flesh Gauntlet, but no, it's called the Flesh Gauntlet because it turns other things into flesh with your flesh, whether or not you survive it. Alright, then let's check out that there test log. Test 1. Disposable 1, Hispanic female. Target, disposable 2, Caucasian male. Results: 2, skin tone, eye color, and hair color changed to match 1. 2, also developed female reproductive organs, becoming a hermaphrodite. 2, also inherited 1's lactose intolerance. 1 lost roughly half a pound of body fat with no harmful effects. Note: 2 and 1 were once again proven to be genetically identical. 2 requested to be terminated. Request was granted. Let's see. That's a lot of stuff for just, like, touching them with the glove. How long? I feel like they should have added how long 1 touched 2 to get that much stuff. But it does say 1 to 3 seconds. Well, it takes 1 to 3 seconds for the process to happen. Oh, they could just converted it into a living organism. So it wasn't so much that pieces of the person changed, that just the entire person in the span of 1 to 3 seconds just different. Okay. So, test 2. Disposable 3, Caucasian male. Target, 1 car, a Volvo S60. Results: all material is made of living tissue. Headlights are of similar tissue to human eyes, but are capable of glowing. Its wheels became short, infant-like legs. The controls of the car were replaced with a structure of enlarged neurons, allowing for a rider to drive. The seats are composed of a tongue-like tissue and were described as sickeningly moist. 3's entire right arm and most of his torso was consumed in the process. The car, now designated R-1415-2, has been relocated to the garage at Storage 48 for use with appropriate permission. It does not appear to require food and can be refueled via a small mouth where the gas valve used to be. It is omnivorous and can digest anything a human can digest for fuel. Genetic testing has shown it genetically identical to 3. 3 was terminated. Okay. Test 3. Disposable 4, a Caucasian female. She touched a queen-size bed fully made with frame. The target was converted in its entirety successfully. The pillows became lung-like organs that expand and contract, and the blanket became a sheet of skin attached at the foot. The target's legs were jointed, and it could walk, but would only do so if led around. The headboard became a bony structure containing numerous eye-like organs that moved and blinked independently of each other. 4's right hand was consumed in the process. 4 has resisted all instructions to sleep in the bed due to complaints that it talked to her and knew her by name. This effect is likely non-anomalous and completely psychosomatic. I mean, yeah. Also, how come... Never mind. Test subject 4. Who was 4? Oh, same person. Okay. Target, 4 by 4 by 5 meter block of stone. 99% of the stone was transformed into human tissue. 4 was consumed in her entirety, leaving behind a pool of blood. However, the target immediately settled, fatally crushing one staff member and injuring 2 others. After approximately 3 hours, the target began crawling towards the edges of the containment, leaning on the windows. On-site staff have attempted to provide nourishment, but the target has not shown an ability to eat. Target hooked up to a massive intravenous drip, termination pending regardless. That sounds like it's implying that the lady just became the block and freaked out. Test 5. An Indian male who scored highly on fitness tests. Target 1 artificial heart. However, 5 lashed out in anger at Dr. A and grabbed her lab coat instead. Result. Dr. A's lab coat transformed into human tissue with a slick interior. It expanded and contracted in what was reported to be a suckling feeling that was also described as being incredibly uncomfortable. Electric shocks caused it to contract. Note. Dr. A is not able to remove the coat as it appears to have imprinted on her. Further analysis is required. Okay. Test 6. A fully grown cow is the subject. Target 1 blender. Gauntlet changed shape to accommodate the cow's hoof. Blender successfully converted. Its blending mechanism was replaced by a strong jaw that chews up the food. It has a preference for vegetable material and will only chew up meat if forced to. Most of the cow's torso was consumed in the process. Note, genetic testing has proven it identical in DNA to the cow, however conversion was at a greatly reduced efficiency. Okay, so up until they turned a lady into a block of stone, it kind of feels like women were losing more to the gauntlet than men were. Like the first test, the woman, she lost half a pound of body fat, but completely changed the entirety of this man to the point that he requested to be terminated. This dude turned a car into a living creature, lost his arm, and then was terminated. His entire right arm and most of his torso, and was terminated. The lady changed the bed frame, but all she lost was her right hand, and the block of stone took all of her everything. But now the block might be her instead. And then the Indian dude, I don't even think it said what it didn't even say what he lost, it just said what her jacket turned into. They probably terminated him, though. And the cow probably also did not survive the process, but that's okay because they can just eat what's left of it. So that's going to do it for this entry. If you liked it, a like and a subscribe would be appreciated. If you want to click the bell, that'll notify you of future uploads, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Later.